Hello and welcome to the Olares Project, episode 9. In 8.5, which was the interim episode, I finally got Gemma4 and nominally OpenClaw to work, although not in an ideal fashion. And I'll let you watch the video to see what I'm talking about. In this episode, as you can see already, I've got Hermes agent set up, and as important, I've got Gemma4 26B connected via Ollama running in the background. So Hermes agent, Gemma4. So let's kick this thing off. Read. Yeah, by the way, I did a thing here. I did a silly thing in that I kind of hosed things up, but it was for a good reason. I forgot to actually turn on the display capture. So I recorded this entire episode and now I'm re-recording it. All right. And I also reset Hermes because, well, I wanted to try and give it a decent start. But in the meanwhile, I was also troubleshooting a token limit, a generation limit ceiling that I was encountering. So pulled up some Perplexity, did a little bit of homework, and subsequently, I think I came up with something better as far as an approach. So it was hitting this max output tokens limit. And you can see from the input tokens, we're in good shape. And so it's now read the agent contest brief in addition to the contest task brief. So we're going to run this and I'm going to say complete task 1. And we're just at about 2 minutes, almost 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So we'll see how quickly it runs through task 1. I was pretty surprised at how easily it did task 1 the first time out. It was roughly 1:30. And so I'm watching the timer down here. We're already 4 minutes into the session. Got 21 seconds on the counter. The overall output, man, I just wish that I had been recording this screen. I'll tell you. So if you haven't noticed, I record several episodes in a row and I do it on my weekends because I'm a consultant in, software product development. And so all of this is really me doing things that I enjoy for the most part when they work out, when I'm not learning something and, showing what is the art of the possible. And so this is good. All right. So it's in the process of generating a better version of the file, which is great. I don't think it's going to be able to run the smoke test. I might be surprised. So it's going to attempt to run PowerShell. May not work, may work. It didn't work the first time. So, it is what it is. Not really bothered by that so much. Oh, well, it got something. This is a different output or a different thing. Okay, so all the smoke tests have been run and improved. Well, this is good. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's a typo in the host. Oh, wow. It's been fixed. God, Hermes agent. Pretty impressive to say the least. You're seeing all of this happen, and it's doing the thing. So successfully passed all stages, factory validator, root, the deterministic eval, smoke test, right. Good. Okay. And let's see what it generated. So, yep, we've got the modified shell script and we SH. I don't remember exactly what this is. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's Bash. Tim, see, this is the reason why I claim to be I claim to be the actor who plays a software developer on social media because some of this stuff doesn't immediately register for me. So anyway, this is great. So we've got a PowerShell update and a Bash update. So let's go back here and let's complete task 2. It looks like this whole token ceiling thing that I configured in the YAML file is actually going to work. So I'm kind of excited. I haven't hit any of this upper token limit nonsense yet. So maybe the whole recording only me talking into the microphone and not talking about what's happening on the screen is the benefit for episode 9. We will see. And by the way, we're at 7 minutes total, 31 seconds in, and I'm not sure how accurate the actual minute count is because I've got just over 6 minutes on the recording. So, it's probably because I actually had Hermes up and running before I hit record on Camtasia. I find it fun when this actually works. This might turn out to be, oh, darn it. There we go. Model hit max token output. All right. This is what occurred the last time. So, didn't fix what I was hoping to fix. What I don't want to do is I don't want to pull up the config YAML to show you what I inserted, and of course I may have to push a higher ceiling. I mean, it seems to be making better progress than it did the first time around, which is good. And I'm not sure exactly how it runs compression on a lot of things, especially with these token windows. There's an input side and output side, plenty of wonderful videos that describe what's happening. Well, this is good. Okay, so we've got a regression file that's been generated. This is promising in spite of the whole token response thing. Okay, so it says it successfully completed task 2. All right. Whew. Okay. Let's see if we can. Whoa. Okay. So it's not done. Boy, I'm glad I caught myself before I committed to take additional action. Okay. Well, this is good. TDD fixtures has been added. Regression trigger JSON verified successfully. Evaluation runner correctly detected and executed in the new fixture. Passing all regression tests with the deterministic eval suite. Not bad. All right. So let's do task 3. And we're at 8 minutes and 45 seconds-ish. I didn't see what the time mark was for when it actually finished, but this is pretty good progress. And I'm saying that because the Gemma4 video with OpenClaw ran about 8 minutes. So we're in the zone. I think, though, given the fact that it wasn't actually doing any sort of updates in the background, we're seeing the files generated and being updated as this gets executed. So that's a nice change. This is actually what I was hoping for. We saw a little bit of this initially with, I'm trying to remember the name of the model. Ornith kind of, did task 1 and task 2 on its run. I don't think that Laguna even got past task 1. It might have gotten past task 1. There's been some distance between the time that I recorded the initial videos and now, but this is looking promising with that YAML update, which I will pull up and give you guys kind of a look into how I just added a variable in the YAML config or the config.yaml file to raise the ceiling on the output token generation. So, I'm pretty pleased. It's moving along fairly quickly. We'll see exactly where this lands. We're at just over 10 minutes, 30 seconds in the video recording, and it's been running for almost 2 minutes, as we can see down here with the timer. And of course, these tasks get progressively more challenging. And of course, that means that the model is going to have to spend more time deliberating over what it needs to do. also the tool calling, and now we see an additional file being generated, which is very promising. Look at that. And we just see the file being populated. So, and it's continuing to work, which is nice. So pipe fall, create bad agent file, missing required. Okay, good. So we've got a broken agent file that we didn't have, and we're still at just cruising up to 3 minutes on task 3, which appears might be successfully completed by a combination of Gemma4, 26 billion parameter model, and Hermes agent. Now, that being stated, if this does successfully complete, and we're at 3 minutes, and we're almost at 12 minutes, we know what the benchmark is. Now, there's a whole other set of evaluation criteria that this needs to go through. I'm not going to bore you with those details. I may not even get to recording those videos because at this point, with the amount of technical challenges and the learning that I've done, it may not be worth, squeezing that lemon for that lemon juice to make the lemonade. I'm just saying. I have fun, and I always swing big. I mean, I don't do simple things with any of the videos, because why do simple things? Why do things that other people are doing? I mean, the disappointment of not being able to get some of the more highly performance tuned models working initially and falling back to a good, solid, generally accepted open source, open weight model in the Gemma series, not a bad thing, And so, here we go. We hit the response token limit again. Please don't let it stop you, please. Just finish this third task, please. Oh, if only. Oh, good. Oh, we're almost at 5 minutes, folks. And we're pushing 13. I don't think it's going to give up, or at least not that easily. And we haven't really even touched the input limit. Okay, look, it's pushing through. It is pushing through. I'm impressed. I gotta say, not the most exciting 5 minutes, but I think it might actually reach the finish line and have the third task be completed by the time it's all said and done. And if that is the case, then we're going to be in good shape. We're just waiting on it. Okay. API call. Oh, what happened? Oh, so that's okay. So it looks like it did really cause the whole, yeah, that's it. So Ollama, it seems to be up and running. It hit. I mean, it hit the wall. Darn it. So close to crossing the finish line on the third task. All right, so let me do a bit of an aside here. First, I want to talk to you about the config YAML change. So go into here, go into Hermes and the config YAML. And one of the things that was suggested by Perplexity was put this in. So max token cap, 81, almost 8,200. It definitely is a good entry to have, which is not bad. I mean, it probably needs to be increased to 10,000 tokens at a minimum. Again, this is learning, and so letting you know what you might be getting into running your own experiments. I also wanted to point out that because I'm using Ollama specifically through the terminal, and I've got a bunch of different models that I've pulled, this is a way using the Olares operating system to make it work. But I want to point out that there's also dedicated models that you can download from the marketplace. Our friends at BEC Lab Oh, shoot. Our friends at BEC Lab have done us a favor in that they provided us a bunch of different models and agents and applications. And these are all open source. So none of this is proprietary. Folks like me, well, not me necessarily, but developers are maintaining the repositories out on GitHub that actually provide these Docker containers and the applications running in them. So you can see, hey, there's my Gemma model. And this is a dedicated instance of Gemma with its own separate API endpoint. So I want to make sure you understand that perfectly. And I also want to do a quick demo of what it's like. I'm going to download a model here from the store, one that I just don't actually intend to use because there are some models where it's like, I have a meh kind of attitude. So lava. So it's going to be really quick. You know, this is like the B-roll or the bonus footage, if you will, just because for some people, it's a little bit more daunting to be in the command line interface. Don't know if it's just going to open. I've got to flip down here to my Olares and let's pull up one of these. Actually, no, take that back. Where am I? Where am I? Let's go to lava. I don't see lava. It should have shown up. Oh, here we go. All right. So here you see that it's downloaded. And of course, it's not going to allow me to do that. And I'm not seeing it show up here, which is a bit concerning. Oh, seriously. This is what you get when you're watching Tim Unscripted. Why is it not showing up as a selectable model? That's unusual. Very unusual. Well, I can't explain it, but suffices to say, if you go out and you look at the Olares documentation, and you'll see screenshots of the API endpoints as an example for these dedicated models. Very handy if you want to have external access and you don't only want to be messing around with your CLI and trying to figure things out. I haven't done that yet because, you know, I'm kind of focused on trying to actually make this stuff work. So, you know, again, this is not me pitching hardware to you as much as just showing you capability of what you could do for yourself if you were running this operating system on your own hardware, or if you go the route that I did and actually purchase an Olares One appliance. Either way, you know, you've got the full orchestration from Linux to Kubernetes to the Docker containers. So, you know, AI sovereignty, it's starting to become a buzzword, and a lot of it is being driven out of the economics and how much these cost increases on these frontier models are impacting both us as consumers as well as companies. So nearly a successful run. Hermes getting so close to the finish line with Gemma4 26B. Thank you for watching episode 9 of the Olares Project, brought to you by Tim Unscripted. Hope to see you on the next video. Take care. See you soon.